Welcome learners to Form 3 Mathematics. Once again we are looking at logarithms, Form 3 work on logarithms. Let us look at this KCSE problem. It was tested in 1999 and it was carrying 4 marks. So for x in this equation, log x to base 3 squared minus a half log x to base 3 is equals to 3 over 2. Is equal to 3 over 2. What is x? How do you find x in this? So, solution learner. If we look at our equation here, learner, we have log x to base 3. The whole of it is squared. Then we have minus a half log x to base 3 here. Log x to base 3. And on the other side, we have 3 over 2. So, to find x in this equation, you come and talk of about what? You say, let log x to base 3 be equals to y. Let log x to base 3 be equals to y. When the whole of log x to base 3 is squared, and here you just have log x to base 3, you just say let log x to base 3 be y. So come and substitute this here in the equation. So we will write what? This is log x to base 3 squared, and therefore we write y squared minus a half what? Log x to base 3, which is y, is equals to 3 over 2. So learner, if you look at this equation now, it is quadratic. It is a quadratic equation. So because y is raised to 2 here, here you have y and you have a constant. So we can simplify this equation by multiplying everywhere by 2 to remove the denominator. And therefore this and this will cancel out, this and this will cancel out. We'll end up with 2 y squared minus what? Minus y is equals to 3. Bring this 3 on this side, learner. You get 2y squared minus y minus 3 is equals to 0. So we have a better quadratic equation. So we work it out, we factorize it. So what is the product? What is the sum? So the product of this quadratic equation is what? This times this gives you minus 6. And our sum, we know that we normally take the coefficient of y is minus 1. Which are these two numbers that you add to get negative 1 and you multiply to get negative 6? The numbers are 2 and negative 3. 2 and negative 3 will give you this. 2 times negative 3 will give you negative 6. So the numbers are these. You come and substitute them in the second term here. Higher. So we write 2y squared plus what? Plus 2y minus 3 multiplied by y. Remember, we are replacing this with these numbers here. So minus 3 is equals to 0. Learner, we factor out what is common in the first two terms, and what is common here is 2y. And therefore you'll be left with what? You'll be left with y plus 1 inside the brackets. Then you say minus. You fix your minus here. What is common here is what? 3. So you are left with what here, learner? Y plus 1. Remember, I've put this plus so that if you are to remove the bracket, you'd say minus times plus gives you minus. So you cannot go fixing a minus here. If you fix the minus, minus times minus would give you plus. So this is plus. So this is equals to what? 0. Learner, this bracket is common. You factor it out like that. Then you pick these others like that. Is equals to 0. So from there, learner, we know that we normally say either y plus 1 is equals to 0 or 2y minus 3 is equals to 0. And therefore, learner, here y is equals to what? Take this to the other side. It is equals to minus 1. And here 2y is equals to 3. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Your y here is 3 over 2 or 1.5. Or 1.5. So learn. We replace y with log x to base 3. Our y, learner, do not forget this. Our y was log x to base 3. So you can see, but log x to base 3 was the y. So you now replace this with log x to base 3. So therefore, log x to base 3 is equals to negative 1. And so what is x? What is x? This is in form of logarithmic notation. We write now in terms of index notation. So what is our x, learner? Our x, therefore, is equals to, the base is 3, you write it here, then you raise it to this, negative 1. And therefore, learner, according to the laws of logarithms, we say 3 raised to negative 1 is the same as 1 over 3. And that is one value of x. We go to the other one here. We have said that y is equals to 3 over 2 or 1.5, and therefore you also do the same. Y is log x to base 3 is therefore equals to 3 over 2 or 1.5. And so what is x? X, just like we've done on this side, is equals to base 3 raised to this 3 over 2. So x is equals to 3 raised to 1.5. So x is equals to, you can use as a calculator here, 3 raised to 1.5 gives you 5.196. Good. And those are your values of x. So the very important point is to know that this log x to base 3 should be equated to y. Then you come and fix your y there, you fix your y there, and you end up with a quadratic equation that you solve to get your y. After getting your y's, don't forget to fix that log x to base 3 was the y. So equate this to negative 1, equate this to 3 over 2, and then you continue. All the best learners in logarithms. Go and practice on such logarithms. Bye-bye.